It's okay. Off your mic. It's okay. Off your mic.
Chai! Now wow, people wey suppose talk truth to power don't off mic. And if we talk, now 500,000 they go summer us, call them hate speech. But fear not, Maiyegun don't come. Him go torchlight every corner, nooks and cranny of all these bad people where they spoil our country. So my people make we laugh, oh, yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo yo. My people make we shout, oh, yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, man of the masses, oh, yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo yo. Maiyegun political, yeah, yeah. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yeah, yeah. This one not the off in mind, oh, yeah, yeah. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yeah, yeah. And in the touchlight every corner, oh, yeah, yeah. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yeah, yeah. Okay, some people be they holla say they want the power. Chai, them be promise us say we go get light and power. Nah. Them hustle sote they can't get the power. But now they know they do anything with the power. Sure. Every day, dollar, just they get the higher power. Over naira. Still them talk say, make we off mic. But thank God say, Maiyegun don't come. So my people make you loud. Oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun don't come. Oh, yo, yo. My people make we shout. Oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun don't come. Oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun don't come, man of the masses. Oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun don't come. Oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun the political. Oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun don't come. Oh, yo, yo. This one not the off in mind. Oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun don't come. Oh, yo, yo. Person where they do evil, no one make person talk. Them say that Maiyegun, that man too they talk. He too they talk. Say Maiyegun diary, he they hot like pepper. But every day then they take money in bulk. Woman picking, they the street they hawk. Still them talk say, make we no talk. But thank God say, Maiyegun don't come. So my people make you loud. Oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun don't come. Oh, yo, yo. My people make you shout. Oh, yo.
Hello there.
Maiyegun la wa mo to do.
Good morning to you, good afternoon to you, and good evening to you from wherever you are watching from. It is Maiyegun Live. I have missed you too, but come on. I was here yesterday afternoon, wasn't it? So I'm back again this afternoon. Last night I took some rest so that I could probably refill up for today. Read the caption, the brief caption of this broadcast, the description as well. Please do and share it. Remember that in this broadcast, you too can be part of it by picking up your phone and calling in. I will only just get everybody in the mood, by the way. Yeah, just some catch up. In 6 months, Thiefnubu's illegitimate government, they have lifted visa ban on Nigeria twice, and twice they've been fake news.
And yes, Facebook. And yes,
looking into it. Somebody said this is the perfect time for the program in the afternoon. So what we'll do, I'll tell you. 4 p.m. is usually the time I put on my replays. I'm going to change that to the earlier than that. And we can have our program by, let's say, between 2 and 5. Pick up your phone after sharing the broadcast. Did you see the news yesterday that Bayo Onafunnuga shared that the UAE had lifted the ban on the visa ban, rather, on Nigerians coming to their country? I know, like, this shouldn't even be news, even if they lifted the ban. But as all of you know as well, Thiefnubu has been struggling to have something to show and say, okay, this is what we have managed to do. For the past 10 months, they've turned your lives upside down. They themselves are looking for something to show to you, even if na Dubai visa. Anyway, we'll leave it at that, okay? So again, the charts for this program is mostly cherry-picked. We just pick them here and there. They are not fully detailed. But the opportunity that this program offers all of us is that you can call in anytime. You do not have to wait till the end of the program before you can be part of it. So what this program also does is that it gives us a free chat about everything just before we go into full analysis and detailed broadcast in the evening. So that's what this is all about, okay? We call it the brunch time with Maiyegun, but my friend told me last night, are you sure it's still all right to call the program brunch, breakfast and lunch, when most times when you start, it's almost late in the lunchtime? And I said, but it's still breakfast somewhere else. So we'll find a befitting name to give to this program that all of you can begin to get used to. So you can begin to also get used to different sort of programs that will be popping up on Maiyegun's Diary-Political and Diaspora Radio International, in the coming weeks, days, months, and on like that. So it's not just going to be you picking up your phone. The moment you see Maiyegun's Diary-Political live, you just jump into it and say, oh, I don't want to watch this. I want to watch Maiyegun. So I'm going to begin to give you these varieties like that. We'll begin to get used to them. Different time zones and different programs for those different time zones, right? Thank you. Now, yesterday, I would have been live, like come around to, discuss what I'm now kind of using as, a free chat this afternoon. People's lives, people's livelihood, people's businesses and all of that are pretty much have been at stake since Nigeria and UAE have been having their spat, the diplomatic visa role. And that is why whenever the officials from Nigeria wants to travel to Dubai, most of what they do is they use the government-issued passports that is different from the ones you have. And those who have been Nigerians who are living in UAE, their lives have been put on hold, stagnant for more than 2 years now. They have been unsure. Now, diplomatic role in the sense that the problem between the criminal government in Nigeria and the businesses from the UAE and other parts of the world, the sanction that Nigeria is holding, they did business in Nigeria. Their money is in your banks. The agreement was that whenever they are ready to move their money out of Nigeria, they would do so by converting the money to dollars, which is your central bank. The banks, the Central Bank of Nigeria will provide the dollar equivalent of their money that they are taking out. It is called FDI, Foreign Direct Investment. When they make profit, they pay taxes in Nigeria, then they take their profit out. But under Boko Haram and the Emefiole, they looted they looted the money. What do I mean by that is that they emptied the Nigerian the Nigerian foreign reserve. They emptied that. They emptied the Nigerian forex in circulation for themselves, right? And they blamed everyone else but themselves. So you see these businesses, it is like you watching me right now. You decided to be doing export business from Nigeria. You are now sending, let's say, cassava that some part of the world are using for ethanol. Ethanol that is also used for petrol or gas and all that. Now that is where you are making your money, right? So you decided to cut a deal with Sweden. There is this Swedish government policies that favors you, and it favors the businesses in Sweden as well, because they could get their supply from you directly from Nigeria. Now you have started the supply. Oh no. At some point, you were taking your money, when they pay you back in their own money or whatever, right? So at some point, you could take your money back and your money back to Nigeria. At some point, they said, you need to open a bank account in our country for you to do this business, so that the people you are doing the business with, they will pay into that account, and the government, because government is interested in such a, like as it should be. Then you have been supplying. Then one day, you check your bank account in Sweden, and you found a balance of, thank you. So you found a balance of 1 million euro. Or what's the money you spend in Sweden, by the way? But I'll use euro for easy explanation, okay, or understanding to my viewers. So you have your 1 million euro in a bank account in Sweden, and then you decide that you want to take your 1 million euro, okay? Because that's the money they don't have. They can't give you. They can't give you Swedish money. You don't want Swedish money. Your agreement is that you will take your money in euro, and you have the balance. Your account shows that you have 1 million euro. Then the day you want to take your money, they said, well, we can't give you the 1 million euro except if you would take the Swedish money. Like they give you that condition. That wasn't part of why you are doing business in Sweden. Would you continue to supply your cassava to them under that condition and arrangement? Your money is trapped there. They are giving you choice that your money is not trapped. Come and take your money in their currency, not in euro. You have done all your businesses, everything is done in that kind of agreement, euro. That's what happened to these airlines in Nigeria. It was a business between the disappointments or the failure, the corruption of the criminals in Nigeria. They trapped $10 billion. $10 billion. And this is a chunk of money that these airlines use in their operation. The money got trapped. At first, they were promised that they will be giving them the money little by little. But at the point when they saw what Nigeria was at the time, they wanted their money. No, don't give us little by little. Because if you give us little and you say we should continue operation, right? At the end of the day, what you are going to give back to us, our money, our profit, what you are going to give back to us, and the more money that will be trapped in your banks, if we continue operating, we're going to run out of business in no time. So what did these businesses do? They ran back to their country government and say, well, you were the one who signed bilateral trade with these people. We have our money trapped there. They are talking shit. They are talking bullshit now. They're giving us all the conditions that are completely stupid, right? That was when the UAE jammed into it. Like, okay, if that should be the case, if they won't pay you your money, we'll cut all bilateral ties with them. And that's what they did. And it was written on a clear piece of paper. Pay them their money and we can continue to do business. But the people who are the victims who are being punished for this, they are not the criminals who are flying about with diplomatic passports. But you with them carry green passports give. There are Nigerians, professionals, who have been living in Dubai before APC, Egbekegbe, came to power in Nigeria. Those who have been living and working in UAE, Dubai. Those who have their families there, their children there. Immediately this wahala started, their visas, their residency, everybody was sort of thrown into serious confusion. This confusion is what they have been playing politics with. Off and on, off and on, off and on. So if the likes of Bayo, Onafunnuga, longthroat, think is something that they can score cheap political popularity on, then you, who are currently not in Nigeria, like me, who is loving Nigeria from abroad, we are talking about UAE now. We are all going to be victims one time or the other. The UAE part is because of their money. People who didn't get involved in this, so they are the ones affected now. Others can't really go there per se. And those who can, some can't really work anymore. A lot of people's lives have been so turned upside down. And the first time that these criminals went to UAE, Chrono, God bless you. I wasn't reading my comments. I was so focused on my camera there. So the Swedish Chrono. Listen to me. I'm not saying Swedish Chrono is not far better than your trashy Naira. Here you understand? I am talking about an agreement. If the agreement was, I will be selling you my cassava and you'll be paying me in Chrono, Swedish Chrono, right? That's the deal. That simply means whenever I want to take my money out, you will release it in Swedish Chrono and I will take it out without any problem. Do you understand that now? Like, but I'm saying they didn't agree that they will take their money out in Naira. Which trailer they could take back the Naira, by the way, to their country? And what would they do with the Naira in their country? Do you understand that now? So Thiefnubu and his gang went to UAE. And the first politics they would play with that was to announce that after Thiefnubu met with the UAE ruler, that UAE had lifted the ban. But that wasn't what they did. When Thiefnubu met with them, they said, listen, we've had off and on long-time relationship with Nigeria. But this is a lot of money. And these businesses, they are from this country. Okay? So which means if they die, there are some sector in our country that will be affected too. So we can't let countries just do what they like to businesses that are not from their country. Like somebody could just take over your business. You can't go to court. These airlines, they went to court in Nigeria. Nigeria court played them. Now central bank won at the end of the day. Here you get. So you can't continue to do that. See, Ogbeni, you said you are now the new guy, Abi. Are you the new guy? Okay, fine. What you will do, okay, is this. Since you are the new guy, order your central bank to release that money. Once they release that money, this is money that is, in fact, you will release the money with interest, okay? And when you release the money, and the airlines have confirmed that, then we need to sit down and have a chat about whether we will do business in your country or we won't do business in your country. So Thiefnubu said, yes, they will release the money once I get back to Abuja. But these guys have not left UAE. When they tweeted and announced that UAE had lifted the ban, they had to force UAE to release a statement that, no, we didn't. So yesterday, Bayo Onafunnuga, longthroat, decided to also open the old wound that is not even healing yet for those Nigerians who are living in UAE. Some of them saw the news. The Nigerian media, I mean, this guy published, I'll show you all of that later in the evening, okay? This guy published a fake letter. And in that letter, it was stated there that the Nigerian counterpart, the UAE counterpart, they have agreed to lift the ban, the visa ban on Nigerians. Like, where was he? Was he probably drunk, or he was somewhere and he just felt like, let me toy with these people again. Let me play with them. I think that's what he did, right? Then the Nigerian media, Gota media. Breaking news. UAE had lifted the ban. Longthroat Onafunnuga said, thank God for President Thiefnubu's efforts and negotiation. The UAE they have lifted the ban now. Nigerians can begin to Even though most Nigerians are poorer now, this UAE we they talk about self. No be them go. Is UAE not for them and their side chicks? State governors, say local government, senators, reps, and the rest of them, are they not the ones who can afford to go to UAE now? How many of you can indeed, civil servant? Oh, you, can you afford to go to UAE? To go and confirm if they don't lift the ban or not? But it's not for you. There are real people who are like real life victims of this. So when I saw that yesterday, I was like, they will never change and they will never stop. Most of the time is because there has been no consequences for all of this. Talking about consequences, talking about responsibilities and all of that. When I was driving to the office this afternoon, so I was on a live video on, it's a live broadcast on Facebook. So, and then, as usual, I was giving a commentary behind that. So, and I got to a spot where there was roadwork. So my sat nav told me roadwork ahead. So somehow I just felt like I'm going to talk about it. And I was then saying, listen, in this country, in this Scotland, where we do have more than 3 weathers in a single day. Yes, you can wake up in the morning in Scotland, okay, with snow droplets already on your grass, okay? Or you may wake up in the morning and it's freezing, so freezing that you have to have a black ice. I'm talking about that moist that will later form ice on the road because of coldness. And just before 10 in the morning, it may begin to sort of sunny. I'm talking about shining sun. And just before 2 o'clock in the afternoon, it may just start raining. And the rest of the evening may be windy. I'm talking about windy that you'll be hearing in a single day. But there's something unique about this country where they have planned their lives. They have planned their lives around all this weather. These are harsh weathers, weathers that are not really, really nice. They are not really, do you know what I mean? So when I saw because I always see that anyway. So I remember that in Nigeria, Nigerian politicians, they would tell us that the reasons why Nigerian roads are bad and they cannot do anything is because they can't construct road during the raining season. There is a season to plant food. There is a season to harvest. People give excuses around, you know what I mean, around anything, including weather. But in this country, they seem to have built everything. They will repair road, they will construct road all year round, even when it is snowing. They will fix road. You will see them everywhere. You say, man, it's snowing today. You will see it, road work ahead. Then when it is summer, oh yes, road work everywhere. We see that. Also here, they plant all year round. And that was where I spoke about responsibility. I said responsibility is something that many Nigerians don't really like. We don't like to take responsibility for our actions. Only few of us probably does. When I say responsibility, I mean when you do something wrong, when you go wrong, right? And then a typical Nigerian won't really easily admit that they did anything wrong. Not easily. They would rather blame it on the devil. If they can't blame it on anybody, they blame it on the dead person or blame it on the devil. Please forgive me. Why did you do it, eh? You that everybody is respecting on this, why did you do it? Please forgive me. It's the work of the devil. It's the work of the devil. And then they will say, oh, let us pray for him. Because within that, in that crowd, you will see those that will agree that this could only be devil. Maiyegun, why did you do it? Please, everybody forgive me. It's the work of the devil. Devil, how did you manage to see it when devil was using you? Eh? Sorry, some people said they can't see me on Facebook again. Can you still see me or I'm gone? Well, I think I am still on Facebook. Except if it's totally gone. But if it's gone, just go and join us on YouTube. Facebook is unreliable anyway. So people look for who to blame because they don't want to take responsibility. Taking responsibility to them is going to diminish them. Therefore, they can give excuses, blame it on somebody else, and get a second chance, third chance, fourth chance, fifth chance, and chances upon chances without any effort of trying to change. You know that? So I was like, the criminals in Nigeria, those who believes that, I'm talking about your ruiners now, your dealers that you call leaders. Your dealers are the reflection of you. He said he's sorry. He said it's the work of the devil. All it's going to take is for one person or two people to believe you and say, I know, Maiyegun that I know. Maiyegun that I know. Maiyegun, no, it must be the work of the devil. We need to pray for him. Maiyegun that I know, he will never, Maiyegun will never steal anybody's money. But they said Maiyegun just, there is evidence that he stole money. Do you believe the evidence? Because when I asked him, he said it's the work of the devil. He was even crying. And I believe him. I believe that he said the money, true, he got the money and he spent it. It was because he's having problem. His family are having hard time and he needed the money. But he denied it too. Remember, he denied that he never spent the money. See, let's leave all of that. It's the work of the devil. That's not the work of any goddamn devil. Sometimes devil could be so surprised at some of you Nigerians and be like, me. They catch somebody, a housewife cheating on her husband with her husband's best friend. And she said, it's the work of the devil. She didn't know what came over her. Abba. Just take responsibility. When you take responsibility, you'll be like, the shame that comes with what you did, how you felt when you realized that, man, I shouldn't have. That shame is what will keep reminding you never to do it again. But a typical Nigerian, typical Nigerian, to agree with you. Did you do this? He said, yes, I did it. In fact, you can annoy people if they say, hey, come here. Who did this? Sometimes people want you to deny. No, it's not me. Maiyegun, you are the only one who is inside this room. Are you sure? No, it's not me. Maybe you are the only one with the key. Or if they come in and say, who did this? It's me. They'll be asking you, are you sure? Why? Why did you? Well, that stuff. So sometimes, like I said, right? People have become so used to normalizing abnormalities that it doesn't really mean anything to them. Some said it's actually like, some said they have innocent lies. Some said they have protective lies. All of these, right, are just ingredients and excuses not to take responsibility. And that is why your criminal politicians will come to you and say, why can't we have electricity in this country? And they will be like, it's the work of the generator sellers. I say, it's true. It's true. Now the generator sellers no allow us get electricity in Nigeria. They have been the one bribing NEPA officials, bribing people, bringing generator. That is why Nigeria, Nigeria can never have electricity until we stop selling generator. But when you look at the genesis of that statement, it came from the politicians. The politicians that are unable to generate electricity, distribute them successfully for 63 years. Yeah. And then you just be like, let's kill all the generator sellers. Let's collect all of their generators. As if to say, once you take all of their generators away, the people that failed to generate electricity for you, suddenly they will start generating electricity. Of course not. Irresponsible people in charge of your country are irresponsible dealers or leaders that you have. They were once irresponsible followers. Irresponsible government that you have is made up of irresponsible citizens that some of you are. You just have to question yourselves. Which part are you playing? Which role are you playing in all of this? Which of them are you enabling? Yourself. Just ask yourself. Responsibility. How come you cannot fix our road? All our roads are terrible. Every time it rains, everywhere, you are not a governor. Why can't I say, we cannot do road during the rainy season? Oh, it's true. We cannot do road during the rainy season. That's true. Okay. Okay. What about after the rainy season? We are going to do something. And then they can construct 10 kilometers of road for 2 years. 5 kilometers of road for 2 years. Constructing 20 kilometers of road for 4 years. I mean, just finish him. Let's just pray for him to finish it. At least, see, this one don't. Let me tell you, Maiyegun. One person came. He awarded the road contract. He stole the money, but he graded the road. Let's thank him. Another person can come, award the road again. That one can put, what do you call it? Put your bitumen on it. Another person can come and do the drainage. Maiyegun, that's what we're asking people to do. We don't want them to do everything. I say, she only got to enabler of irresponsibility. And meanwhile, it's because you are irresponsible too. Irresponsible country populated by irresponsible citizens. So they give you excuses. Of course they do. It's what they do all the time. Do you not also try to blame something on your own failure too? How many times have you blamed the village people for why you couldn't find a husband? You couldn't keep a relationship. You couldn't get a job. Your business is dying. Nobody wants to help you. It must be village people. Not because you are one of the hardest, closest supporters of the bad government, because you are waiting to see if it's going to serve you. Have you not been enabling corruption, bad governance around you? We are criminals who were given money to build you infrastructures that could help you lead a sort of responsible lives. They've used the money to buy themselves houses outside Nigeria, buy themselves cars and all of that, marry new wives, go on holiday, send their children abroad. Are you not one of those who are supporting them? Now you are surprised that your sister couldn't get a job after graduation. You are also believing that maybe some people somewhere are holding your destiny. Village people don't suffer. Village people don't suffer for Nigeria. They say, now my village people, they know say I go make them in life. That is why, how this why I've been trying to, that's all, like you blame them for every of your failure. My sister that couldn't keep a relationship, she's blaming herself. Oh, I know some of you that they have taken advantage of because you are not politically conscious enough. And therefore, your mind wandered away, lost looking for answers. Why are the young men not finding you suitable to be made their wives? Why is it that only married men want to have something to do with you and they don't want to marry you, except those who want to make you second wife? You are blaming that on some unseen hands. Somebody is shouting, hey, break it on you. Somebody is saying, and the rest of that. They are consulting oracles, consulting everything on your behalf. They say, we need to do prayer. My sister, you need to be politically conscious. Young men, like other young women, they are victims of the poverty you are reading about. That Nigeria is the poverty capital of the world is not a fluke. There are real-time victims. And you know something? Because majority of all these young men have found out that they would rather remain single than to go and drag somebody's daughter into their own struggle life and poverty. Can ruin everybody's time at the same time. My sister, there is no village people after you. My dear brother, you do not have any village people problem. Look around you. Look at all your choices. Look around you. Check your circle. Look at the people around you and what they sort of hold dear. And you will find your answer. I promise you, you will find your answer. Village people. I was driving home last night, but rather 2 nights ago. And because everywhere is late, there's traffic light everywhere. Okay. The road, they are not like a perfect, but they are good. They are motorable, safe. And also, the city itself is well policed, safe. So I was driving my car home and I was talking. I said, take a look at around here. Darkness and poverty, they are together. Where there is darkness, there is poverty. And where there is poverty, there is crime. Ridiculous crime that will then turn the citizens into superstitious mofos. No apology, by the way. Superstitious mofos are those who have been born into darkness. And they have been in the dark all their lives. Majority of you watching me from Nigeria, you have been in and out of darkness all your lives. And Joe, you don't need to do like this, because that's one of the things you do to yourself. Lie to yourselves. You meet them at the lift and say, sorry, madam, are you going down? You say, no, I will not go down in Jesus' name. I will not go down in Jesus' name. I say, no, sorry, I'm just asking. Are you going downstairs? Yes, I'm going downstairs. Which one is are you going down? I will never go down in Jesus' name. When you tell them Nigeria is the poverty capital of the world, they will tell you, I shall never be poor in my life. I shall never. Well, you are living in a country that barely have barely have a 3,000 megawatt electricity. You have generator everywhere, so you are in and out of darkness, right? That is what is called poverty. The life majority of you are living is called I better pass my neighbor lives. They have ruined it even more. Here you get darkness. But there's something I want to tell you about darkness. You see, I was driving home and it was around the 12 a.m., 12 midnight. And I was driving my car. Here you get. That my car is worth 34,000 pounds sterling. I didn't have to go and steal money to pay 34,000. I do not need to go and lick anybody's ass like, or go and twerk for anybody like that. Just to get 34,000 pounds, I do not have to. All I needed was a standard, credible credit, which I have very well. So, in that car, my thought in my head just kept rolling as usual as I was going home. I said, look at all these T junctions now. Look at all these T junctions. There is street light everywhere. Everywhere is bright. I can see like day, right? But the street light, at those junctions, I said, look at this. So I cannot drive anywhere in Nigeria this hour alone. So if you convert that my 34,000 pounds car to your money, that would be like over 50 million naira car. I do not need to go and earn 50 million before I can drive a car that small, right? I don't have to. The system allows me to, as long as I can afford it, then I can pay for it and enjoy my comfort. I do not have to rob or steal. However, I do not also have to worry about anybody endangering my life simply because I am driving a 50 million car in the poverty capital of the world. And I want to say, I am not one of those who are looting and stealing your money. Of course, I'm a target. I'm a target to almost everyone, starting with the police. If they see me like that, you are a Yahoo boy. 100% you are a Yahoo boy. 100% I'm a Yahoo boy. You get? So they would just, it's not because they want to fight crime. Oh. It's because I'm driving an expensive car, very beautiful car, that a police officer will begin to say, he be police officer, he know if he afford keke, and he will blame me. He will blame me, young boy, a young man, driving a nice car, for why he, police officer, cannot afford to drive a used car. I will be blamed. Not the government, oh, not the government that gave him a job, a job that cannot feed him and his family, except he extorts ordinary people like me. I said, look at all these junctions. In Nigeria, where you see everywhere darkness, you go down, they see people where we don't tie red wrapper. I've been a white wrapper. We go carry white, we go tie red headgear, white headgear in the dark. As you are coming slowly in your car and you are looking at them from far, you feel see big calabash on their head. If it be like half cow and half goat, then slice inside them. They won't go appease one God. At the T junction, place where road no day, before they do the road, they go carry a ball, say that they go there. They won't go appease the gods, so that the gods can give somebody prosperity. The gods living on that T junction in the dark, they can give somebody child, somebody who is dying in the hospital or dying at home. Once they give that calabash to that person there, that spirit there, that person at home will be fine. We were born into darkness, in superstitious world. And a lot of us don't even understand what is real and not real anymore. In fact, unreal is real to you. And that is why your heart, your mind is filled with so much fear. Everywhere you turn to, you need to repent. The kingdom of God is here. You are going to die and go to hellfire. You are going to die. If you die today, hellfire. You kilode. What? Kilode. They make everything look more or less like you need this life now war. That's why a lot of us, we believe that we are fighting war. But small, you know, if you are a man, no, small of a man, you know, reach you. Dear omokunrin oto, omokunrin gbodo, ogunlaye. People that want to kill you everywhere in your sleep, they want to kill you. They say, hey, why? Wetin I do? You don't have to do anything. This world, everybody just hates you. You need to know that everywhere you are going. You need to, if you want to sit down, make sure they don't put something on top of your seat. For your office, they go put something on top of your seat because somebody won't take your job. You need to be careful. Ogunlaye. Now my mama, they tell me, Ogunlaye. Kilode. So everybody is now like, I say, how many, see, how long do you think we're going to stay in this world? We will one day wear iron suit too. Kilode is because of where we were born. We were born there, we enabled it, we believed it, and we have been living around it. And the smart ones among us, they have been milking us of it. Some turn to pastor, some turn to babalawo, some na mamalawo, others na brotherlawo, auntilawo, unculawo, and the rest of them like that. Everybody is here. You will see how far this, how far that. Like everyone can job everybody. Because that is exactly what they want you to have. So you haven't had anything different, have you? Since you haven't, it is such a big deal to even want to attempt to think otherwise. My brother, this life, somebody called me. I remember when I first started this, right? People used to kind of say they are praying for me. So one person called me one day and he said, I just wanted you to know. I mean, I love people who love me, okay? I mean, like I said something in that my car earlier too, as well. I said, you see, a friend who was watching said, he came to the UK and he was wondering how all of us were living in this place. And I was like, well, I understand from the perspective of an American. If you have been living in America, right, for a long time, you will be an American and you will see the world in an American way, which is the big way. Everything in America is big. Their roads are massive. Their cars are like, their houses are just like, here you get. But in the UK, our roads are like smaller. Our houses are like smaller. Everything here, like that. So then I said, if I was to be living in America, because personally I don't like America, I don't think I will ever live there, and it's only for one reason, because of gun. And I actually quickly said, I said, listen, if you say what the Democrats or anti-gun campaigners have said about guns in America and the rest of that, their propaganda is not always like that. And then we who are outside America, we don't sort of see it that way. So if you say, I have become one of those that those propaganda really worked on, you will be right. I don't like guns. I don't. So when I hear about school shooting and the rest of that, I know it's not always like that's how it happens. But for me, mentally, I can't live in such place. No matter how beautiful, how attractive it is. But not forgetting the fact that if I was to have gotten American visa and I am in America today, my worldview would be different. Here you get. Like my view of what, just same way coming to the UK changed my world view. I got to realize that I am not in Nigeria, far away from all these atrocities, does not mean I am not affected or I won't be affected. But a typical person who is in Nigeria will be wondering, why are you outburning you? All of God don't bless all of you now. Instead of you make you just face your life there. Instead, make you just face your life. Leave us here, Jare. Nigeria don't finish. If I be the one with the UK like this, Maiyegun, I don't go even talk about Nigeria again. I don't go even remember Nigeria again. That is for somebody who is still in Nigeria. You are talking based on your worldview. Based on your environment, where you are. It is your environment where you are that will influence how you will see the world. Here, you understand that? So when you leave Nigeria, you will now begin to see it again differently and say, oh, I didn't even know that I could be losing a lot too. As people are counting their losses under this bad government and bad rulership in Nigeria. So I could be affected too. Yes, you will be affected too. But if you are in Nigeria, no, you want to go make your pound sterling. You want to go and make your dollars. You want to go and enjoy that life. But guess what? You will make that money. But you will also learn about the world. And by the time you understand the world better, you will know your place in that world. When you begin to know your place in that world, you will be more brutal than Maiyegun. And that is why if you think those who listen to Maiyegun all the time, they don't have much to share, they don't have much in common to share with me, and they always come around, it's because we share so much in common. A lot of us are outside Nigeria, we know better now. In fact, a lot of us have discovered that with the way they are already shaping Nigeria, people like us are not expected to come back anymore. Stay where you are. Now eyes don't open. We don't want love now to come back here, come they trouble us here. Because if more of us, for example, something happens and more of us, chunk of us were deported back to that place, there will be trouble in that problem, in that contraption. So we've discovered now that they want the best of us, the best brains, and everybody get out, get jackpot, and never come back, so that they can leave the place, the contraption for the low lives, the worst of the society. And that's what you have now, isn't it? So worldview will be different, okay, based on where you are. So somebody, back to what the story I was telling you. So someone called me and said, Maiyegun, it won't call me Maiyegun, call me by my name. Sheyi, there's something we need to do. And I said, what is that? And he said, he made some findings and he discovered that there were some people that have built statue, the statue of, not my statue per se, but they built something like an effigy, right? Which is more or less like me, to represent me somewhere in Abeokuta. Sure, you get to. Later, I just feel like maybe that person just loved me and all that. But at the time, I was like, what are they going to do to me? And he said, don't worry yourself. They cannot do anything to you. Now, one terrible work they won't do. So if they finish them, right, all they will do is that, they can take somebody's life. I said, can they do that? They said, yes, they can do it. But don't worry, you are correct, Ijebu. I said, okay, I'm a correct Ijebu. He said, but we are doing something. So I'm going to, what they did, he described it for me. This is what they did, and I'm going to do another one. But this time around, we have to mold you. Mold me, my shigidi. That they fight for me. People won't try to save me. So sometimes when you come here and open your dirty mouth and think you are, because I'm older than you, I'm advising you, you don't know me. So most of things I share with you, they are from my own personal experience, most of them. Then I use other people's experiences, other people's lives to illustrate what I want you to know about this. Okay? Then do shigidi. They do shigidi for me. They send me a picture of my shigidi. They say, I've done it all. Now, anybody we won't try anything. Any of you won't try anything. Go your village. Go call your village people. Give them my face. Give them my picture. Give them my everything. Record my video. Stay in front of the TV. Oh, yeah. Anything you do to me. Now, that shigidi go. They go. Now, that starts you. It did, Jebu. I don't know if rain don't beat on. That was like about 6-7 years ago. Here you get. But that person who did that believed that the moment he made me believe that, listen, anybody where they try anything with you, it's not going to reach you. It's going to be going to that shigidi. I said, right. I like that. How many shigidi don't do for you? Inside that same Nigeria. You see what will kill every one of us is the failed system, is a failed government that will kill Babalawo. Iyaje, you see which, where they run for kidnapper. Somebody said it on this program. Iyaje, ton safun bomo. Which they run away from kidnapper. You know, say everything don't change be that. Everything don't red be that. So the victimhood of those of you who knows that whether you are Babalawo or Mamalawo or Brother Lawo, if they grab you in this current Nigeria, wetin go deal with you, you feel no see I'm coming. So do not join those who blame others or give excuses in order to be able to avoid the truth. When you do something wrong, when you make mistakes, own it. Yeah, own it. Let people say, oh, what is wrong with you? I'm so ashamed of you. Let them be disappointed in you. In fact, you will remember how they reacted and you will never want to do that again. And then when you see people who give excuses for their failures, for their own failures, you do not cover them. You do not say, maybe he's saying the truth. Maybe not the work of the devil. Until you say, na orogun ya na your mom na your papa's second wife no allow you get job bros at the age of 35. You see they collect pocket money. They are telling you now some people they hold your destiny for the family and you believe them. Let's say you go do deliverance here and there. So many rivers they don't take you. So many concussions you have drunk, or what do you call it? Yeah, some of them you have eaten. Eh? And so many that dry fast, that wet fast, that whatever fast, nothing kosher. At the end of the day, it can't be like say, oh, but person where they do you don't die. Person where they do you no die. Now the system they do you. A lot of you have hurt or even attacked innocent people because of the way they look. Yeah, close your eyes, let us pray. Sir, I have been a graduate for the past 12 years. I have never, in the last 12 years, I can never say I have boldly earned 5,000 naira cash like this in my life. And they told me that it was it is my mom's second wife, my mom's a junior wife that is behind me. That I will never make it in life. You idiot, eh? Now the innocent woman is going to look like is the witch. The innocent woman is going to be the witch after your life, not the system that continue to shun out policies and policies after policies that continue to shrink your economy, close the space of opportunities to the point that a lot of you are leaving your country, leaving Nigeria after spending years acquiring that education and that degree that you are holding. Is so useless that you are not bold enough to look at the criminal government that put you in that position. Or your mommy's junior wife. Or your mommy's senior wife. The innocent woman has been carrying that toga. At a point, some of them will just be like, yes, Emini, it's me. I am the one that said you will never born. I took your womb. I cook it. I hate it. Hey, blood of Jesus, no wonder. Auntie Nkechi can never born. Na mama Oche ate a womb. And nobody will believe it. Because Mama Oche don't chop the womb. So she can't have a baby. I have thrown the destiny of Adiola. I have thrown it into the water. It will never make it in life. Adiola's destiny, Tibodola. He said, no wonder Adiola is now a drunkard. Somebody who graduated for 12 years, no get job. What do you think is going to be using to cure his depression? Drugs, alcohol, what? No, nobody think that you'll be depressed now say you no get job. Since it's a spiritual problem, they don't have alcohol to ram. I want to I know some of my own people where they talk say, we don't know sin a depression, they worry them. They said evil people don't put funnel. You know that funnel where they take when you put on bottle, funnel, arrow. They say, this world though, I don't like you. This world is not easy. They don't finish that guy. He's the best student. He's the best student, best graduating student in the school. Look at him now. He's not a drunkard. People didn't know that the best student that couldn't find a job is living in poverty and is asking himself, why? How did I end up here? Depressed, resulted into drug or alcohol. But no, somebody somewhere don't change his destiny. They don't throw him inside water. And then you go see another say, Nami Dua, your destiny. I collected your destiny when I gave you apple. I gave you apple when you are 7 years old. I say, yeah. I remember when she gave me apple. I gave you apple. After you ate the apple, I collected your destiny. You can never be anything in life. I'm the one who killed your wife. It's not cancer. I am the one who killed your wife. The doctors cannot tell what is happening to your wife. And she died. Killed her. Forgetting the fact that the woman that died, nobody even had a chance of diagnosing her. There is no money to take her to a proper hospital to discover what was killing her. Nobody knew. They were using every other medication to heal her, and eventually she died. Maybe she died of cancer, died of something else. But somebody don't stand up and say, "I kill her. I kill her." Your son that is coming back from service, driving and traveling on that dangerous road, being driven by the public transporter that you have no idea what they have done in caring for their own vehicles. Most of those vehicles are supposed to be off-road, never to be seen on the road anymore. But those are the buses that your family members, your children, every one of us jump into to get from one place to another, right? Then one day, your son is coming back, or his son is coming back from his youth service. Boom, accident. Everybody died. They say, after this, after we spend so much money to send him to school, they don't kill him. They don't kill him. Who killed him? Village people don't kill him. People we don't like him, Papa. Not the useless government that continue to give you substandard things. Not even when you have an accident that you'll be able to actually get real medical care. You don't think that. Village people don't suffer. And I have people in the village. I grew up with old people. I see them all the time. But no, they told you, they use religion to point you, change your direction. Instead, may you face the real criminals where they change and, alter your lives. They say, no. Are you wow? Maiyegun, are you now saying that we could say? Somebody want to argue. I'm not saying there is no this or no that. I am just saying the real aye that is after your life, your destiny, your safety, your prosperity, your everything. They are those criminals that you see in your posters, your governors, your lawmakers, your traditional rulers, your elites, your president, and all of these guys. They are the evil spirits that you have been spending so much energy to pray against. You can't even describe it. Where is our evil spirit? Oh, evil spirit. Blood of Jesus. Blood, oh yeah. Die. And then the following day, the while I remain, evil spirits no die. Spirits come be like, now stubborn spirit. We have to do a 7 days. There's no spirit after your lives. The people that are behind you living in darkness, lack of infrastructure, they are human beings. You see them all the time. Some of you have them as your role models. They are your leaders. They are your pastors. They are your imams. Yeah, they are your sheikhs. These are people that have been used to make you believe that an imaginary spirit just chose you to punish. I mean, why would they choose me? Evil spirit, go and choose another person, not me. Go to another place. The real evil spirit is the criminal politician that told you it will give you road, it will give your children education, it will keep you safe, okay? And it will provide a real good job for your wards, your children, then build on you after getting that power. And that is the real evil spirit. When you pray, those are the spirits you pray against. When you go to Mecca to throw the stone against, stones at the shaitan, keep some of those stones and take them back to Nigeria where you see your criminal politicians, stone them. And see if your prayer no go be answered. All right. See, Shemo will put bet into that one. If all of una begin to pray against the physical evil spirits, your criminal politicians, and you begin to go physical with them, and you begin to use the stone you are using to stone a shaitan in Mecca, you begin to stone these criminal politicians on your street when you see them, you will begin to have electricity. You will be surprised. Your prayers, all the prayer for make the security come, insecurity, corruption, all your prayers will be answered within 2 years. 2 years. Every answer will be answered. Yes. Because any politician will go home now. A politician that goes home, that dresses out like that, coming to your street to come and tell you that forget about all the things I've told you before. Now I'm telling you a new thing. You should trust me this time. I'm going to be different this time. With all the Agbada and their wives and everything. If you can stone all of them and they have to go back home in bandage. They can go back home in bandage, red bandage like this. When their colleagues see them, they will be like, oh, did you see the head of Senate? Did you see Senator Akwabioli? The break is head to new.
He was there, wanted to share Okada. Then beat him, they nearly burn him.
You'll be surprised. Your electricity will begin to work. Your roads will be better. Your hospitals will begin to spring up. You will be surprised that all those fasting and prayer, this or that, and this grammar where they talk now, all of that, they won't matter anymore. You will be surprised. But if you are still paying 5 million, 10 million to go and stone somebody or stone imaginary spirit in Mecca, you will come back to the real spirit, the one that will make sure that you don't have electricity. Your children are not safe in their schools, or their own teachers are not paid. Your hospitals are completely, deathbeds, right? Your doctors are not paid. The policemen continue to beat local terrorists who will continue to shoot at you. All the abnormalities will continue. You can go to Jerusalem or Rome or Mecca or Medina or everywhere. Go and do all of that. When you come back, you will meet the real spirit, the real criminals, the real evil spirits. They are there waiting for you. Some of them, they with you for Mecca self. They throw stone for the imaginary shaitan. Others are there with you in Jerusalem, calling on the spirit of the Jews and the rest of them to come and rescue you in Nigeria. When you return back there, you go meet the local spirits, the ones that have been tormenting you, the local establishment. There's no two way about it, just so you know. Okay? I know some of you have been trying to call in, but I'm so deep into what I was saying there. So I'll keep the line open now. Okay? And I will take 1 or 2 calls or so. Just and yes, there's one more I want to say. You've been seeing that of the Obidients in Edo. There's something you should know, okay? And that is, there are those that somehow, it will like say they didn't really expect all of you, the Obedient and your movement, to be that massive, or they themselves to become that. What would you call that one again? No, they themselves to become that prominent. Your movement brought up so many, so many known young career criminals who were really of that of PDP. But you see, when you were asking Obi to be your PDP to give Obi your ticket, to their ticket, and then Obi left, there were some of them who left with him in that PDP. So today, there are some revelations that these young people, they have taken their dirty behavior, in fact, to a night that the Obedient themselves have to kind of do in-house cleaning. Seriously. I'll take this one because I don't take them already. I'll say it later. Hello there.
Yeah, hello. The Maiyegun General.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. I must thank you for the good work. I must thank you for the good work. You keep on doing it, keep on hammering them. As they refuse not to hear, we must make them hear. They must bow. Because if you don't continue, that means they have already winning and breaking all our wings, even for us, even for the educated ones to hear. But there's one thing I want to tell you. I believe one thing. You see, in Nigeria, we have too much professor, too much educated people, but they are busy doing nothing. If you can listen to Fela music, he say, carpenter we no know in work, doctor we no know in work. You go see people. I still believe that till today, some people will go to TV and tell Nigerians we're over 200 million, we're 200 million. Where did they get this record? Please, where did they get this record? When we never see, look at what happened in the election, where they say 98 million people, PVC. During the election, when they do the election, how many people did they? Is it not 28 million?
Less than 26 million.
Less than 26 million. Why are they deceiving us? They every time. You see, any foundation, even is written in their Bible, this Bible, where did they go for Jerusalem, whatever. Because I believe that if we can remove Quran and the Bible, Nigeria will be a better place to stay. But because of TikTok,
my people on TikTok also know about Sky Daddy. They've been shouting Sky Daddy on TikTok now. It's Sky Daddy. That's what we are talking about. Go on.
Okay. So now if you remove these two weapon, they arm Nigeria with. If you remove it, you will see that Nigeria will be a better place to stay. Now, see, look at in Europe where we're there now. I have kids here, man. If they grow here, they can contest and become governor, councillor, whatever. Nobody will ask them, where did you come from? Where they know that their father is a foreigner, but they are being born here. Now that is what they want to know. Not for Nigeria. If you come from, if I was born and brought up in Edo State, I can never be anything in Edo State unless I go to my father. Where is it done? Oh, where is it done? All this professor. That's why
they also want you to agree that Nigeria is one. Sure, you get
which one?
On one hand,
which one?
We are one. All of us are one. Let us stop all these things we are saying. We are all one. We are one. And so you just mentioned something now. Everybody will agree with you. Say it's true, Sha. It's true.
That's why I said all these people listening to their TVs, listening to their radio, they should shut up their mouth. They should stop telling us that we're 200 million. If you count Nigeria, if they count Nigeria head by head, you will see Nigeria is not up to 100 million. All these things are lies upon lies.
Stop your lies.
Is upon lies upon lies because of.
Now, this is not even me and you disagreeing, just disagreeing, okay? There is no evidence that Nigeria is 200 million. No evidence of it anywhere.
Maiyegun, I get this thing before now. Do you know the last time they do census in Nigeria? Do you know? Do you know the last?
Like that.
No, 2006. Now be the last time they do census.
I remember now. Yeah.
That is the last time. And they see,
Maiyegun one, by the way, where Fashola did his own. AD governors did their own. Some northern governors did their own. They rejected the NPC figure. Remember?
Thank you. Now, that is where I'm coming to. Now, you see, all these things they did is political, manipulated census. Now, do you know why they never allow ENN, what is the national identification? Yes. Do you know why?
Identification number, I think it's called.
Yes. Please, Maiyegun, I will beg you to. Please, Maiyegun, I will beg you to use one day to educate people the importance of that. Do you know why they never get it to every Nigerian? It's because of political manipulation. Now that is why this is never working in Nigeria, brother. Let me tell you that last census where they did in Nigeria. They just go for house. They ask you how many on a day. They just mark. They just write anything where they like. Now, since that time, they keep on telling you that if a professor go to TV, say Nigeria is over 200 million, a minister will come. They will just be the writing. Nigeria is 100 million. Nigeria is 150 million. Nigeria, I beg, please. In Europe here, where me and you live, if you born Pekin, as soon as you born Pekin, you go to civil office. You write, they write the name, write the day, time, and everywhere when they born. They put them into their national census. There's no time Europe will get time to the count person. They count people one by one. No, there's no way. That is why I say Nigeria Foundation is built with lies. And these criminals never wanted us to know what is happening. Every time the Northerners will be telling us they are more than us, they are more than us. Now, what of our Southern brothers, foolish Southern brothers? What of them? What are they doing?
Yeah, because they what are they doing? No, they believe that the bigger the land, the bigger the population. And in geography, right? In geography, which I read a part, I didn't do much, right? They say that describing countries, okay? They say when countries start from the north, it's always scanty from the north. And as you are approaching the south, the savannah, which is mostly a little bit kind of, more crowded. The southern part of every country is more crowded. I live in the north. Yes. I live in the north here now. Scotland is northern part of UK. And the further north you go in this country, the scantier it becomes. That's how you're going to keep going.
Yes, you're right.
Sure, you get.
Yes, you're right.
If you keep going down south now, for example, if I'm going to England, from England, and I'm going to France, and I'm going like that.
Yeah.
Right? I'm going to be going to some island there, right? That are far off from
Yeah.
the whole north here. Like you are going to what you call Iceland and the rest of them behind us.
Yeah.
Sure you get. Now for somebody where they like what they say they are more populated than people in England. Abba.
Okay, that is what is happening in Nigeria. But I want to shock you people. I pray this Thiefnubu regime, you know, say the Obidients show us say all the whole establishment in Nigeria is dead, is gone and dead. Nothing. Even if you bring Jesus Christ, unless Jesus Christ, you know, they careful. If he's not thieving, his wife and everything,
no sugar, there's no magic here. Okay. If you bring Muhammad, if you bring Jesus to Nigeria, then go fail. I will say both.
Okay.
Because it's true.
Okay. Yes. Okay. Now, Maiyegun, the only thing I want to shock people in Nigeria, I was telling my people, say this thing technology. You know, say criminals, they don't know technology is coming. Now you can't tip anybody in Europe anymore without if you are not a technological advance, you can never tip anybody. That technology is hitting Nigeria very fast that they don't know. In next election, what our people will be telling everybody, both people working in INEC, now we will have to do thumbprint election. Thumbprint, anything you are going to do is by a thumbprint, because in Europe, you can't change nobody thumbprint. That is why INEC fell. That is why this election, you know, say that PVAS where they bring, it worked. But because of the criminals,
in the middle of
they have to compromise. Yes, they have to compromise.
Like that, it was game over. It was game over.
Yes, it was. No, it was a game over. But now they have shoot themselves on the leg, because the next election, there's no way you can boycott anything. There's no way you can do what they did, because the computer has not been signed.
My brother is giving himself some encouragement. Because of encouragement, please pause. Okay, let me remind you something. Let me remind you of something. Okay, you see, when you do something that you know that, like you said, technology right now, technology is going to make it difficult to rig. These ones, they can like they compromised it last time. They can remove the entire thing entirely and say, okay, we brought it, Abi. Okay, we are not using it. Then these criminals made law, Baba. The law says they must use BVAS. They must use what's our IREF, okay? However, the same way go make law, we say they go use them, they must use them. Nobody knew that under that same electoral act, it says using it is at the discretion of INEC. Nobody saw that. It was finally there like that, right? Even though everybody shouting, BVAS, everything, IREF, sure you get. But inside that same their useless law, they put it there. They said, using it, any technology you introduced, using it must be at the discretion and decision of INEC. If they decided that we're not using it again, Nigeria is so useless that the amount of money they put. So I don't know if you think another election would then make it difficult for the Papa. They are the one who write the rules. Let's say you don't give yourself this encouragement like this guy feels trapped themselves. So I just thought I should tell you it's not going to happen.
No, but
continue.
But what I want to tell everybody that is listening, I know like the way Nigeria is. That's why me and you are crying. But if we can get genuine people, Nigeria is a big market. If you import just only sellotape in Nigeria, you'll be a multi-millionaire.
That's right.
Because of the corruption. And because of the people where they there are bent hand, even forget the elite where they thief money, even the mini ones, they leave them there, man. Leave them there, man. Now my person Okay, could you imagine one pastor came to Europe and told somebody, me and you, where they here, say somebody enter toilet from France, from Germany, he appear in France, he appear in Germany. I don't know how you take it. Now, can you imagine the kind of level of illiteracy of blockhead where Nigeria get? Now, the same pastor.
Me, I think say now that superstitious world that they born us into. Things are so so conditioned that superstition actually is meaningful to us. If you tell somebody, you talk now superstition, they will fight you. They will say, you don't have faith. Because you don't have faith, that's why you're talking like this. It's not superstition. You know that now? I think it's
yes, you are right.
It's so sad though.
You are right. Do you know, because of this, now some people are defending this man. They are pastor. They are this thing. They are the other one. Now the thing now they kill Nigeria. Look at Nigeria. Thiefnubu thief, where they catch for America. Akpabio thief, where they catch, where they say off your mic. Shatima, vice president, where the terrorists, where the terrorists. The chief of staff of Nigeria is a thief again, a thief. The speaker of the House of Representatives, a criminal, a retired one. Where are we going? And nobody is talking about all this thing. Now, this what they call APC chairman, they show them where they load money. But Gandola, they show them where they load money. See, today, all the whole Nigeria has forget. Even I said they give us forgetting syndrome. Nobody they remember all the things. Yes, if we don't pass, nobody they remember.
Yesterday, the court said nobody must talk about that Gandola video again. And it must not be prosecuted. It must not be tried.
No,
Nigeria court ruled yesterday. You can't talk about it anymore. They will arrest you. You can't.
Nigeria.
Say, why don't I see anything good in that place? And I'm like, are you being serious now? Yeah? Like, Baba, I know be religious, okay? But I do understand faith. You know, when you talk about having faith in something and the rest of that, sure you get. How could anybody convince me, okay, that their prayer is so good that you have criminals who are making decisions that are affecting millions of lives? You are seeing them. Or you are believing that your prayers can change their mind to do good for you. How can anybody convince me that way and say their own prayer is so this or that? That's why I don't believe in all of this.
Yeah.
I said, don't bring God, don't bring religion to politics. We are dealing with criminals. Do not come around and begin to throw God around it. We are dealing with criminals. Let's deal with them as criminals. You know? Thank you so much.
I must thank you for giving me this opportunity to express my views and otherwise. Thank you, and God bless every listeners. We have to work hard and we'll continue working hard. Thank you very much.
God bless you, man. Thank you so much for calling in, okay? Yes, the line is opened again because I know somebody was trying to get through earlier, but they just felt like, Maiyegun said people who call in on this one can talk as long as they want until we believe somebody else should come on. So yeah, I do have another caller anyway. Hello there.
Yeah, Maiyegun, good morning. This Irok. What's going on?
Did you say Arod?
Hello.
Irok now?
Irok.
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 I was like, no.
Irok. Yeah.
How are you doing this morning,
Irok. So I say make a calling and chip in my own view.
Nice one.
As usual, man. Well, I mean, you see this APC, you see that word, do you know that anywhere I make comment, they say, do you watch Maiyegun? Do you watch Maiyegun? I said, that's this thing for them.
Yes.
Anywhere I make that comment, all of them, they know where I'm coming from. They want to know.
Watch Maiyegun, or are you one of them? I say,
yes.
So, Agio.
Yes, I said, I'll be one of them. So, all these things, any government where life food for their mouth, they can never go anywhere because one, they don't even know, they are just good for nothing. Those places, they are not qualified to be in those positions, first and foremost. Because one, they are rogue, because there's no way a criminal who didn't go to school or somebody who did not, see 4 walls of university, even if they see, but those ones are the ones that carry expo to write the exam. So what do you think that they will think of that will give us that promised land everybody are talking about? Because people who's supposed to build that country, all of them, they have run away now. You know, everybody have run away because,
and
you know, somebody
who also have the same mindset, they have been made incapable to have the resources to gain that power ever. They've incapacitated a lot of them there.
Yeah, Mayego, let me tell you, you know, in Nigeria, there are two different breeds in Nigeria. Those ones that suffer, like you and I, that suffer, you know, to make living.
Yes.
We want things to be straight.
Yes.
But those ones that suffers more, but they carry expo to qualify themselves. You know, they will cater to those criminal, you know, to use criminality to gain their way. You know, even if they are in foreign land or they are back in Nigeria. Yes, they want, So that's the two kind of people we have in Nigeria. Because you and I that suffer, we know this, this thing is black and white. When we see it is black, we'll say it's black. When we see it's white, we'll say it is white. So you cannot compare us with those kind of people here now. Because I see them, even in diaspora here, I see them. But once they talk, I know where they are coming from. You know, I'll say, well, and those kind of people, I don't mix up with them here because they praise their master. I'm not, because if it is you say you are the only a solo one man war in one man mopo. Because everything you do for yourself, you know that everything you have been doing, you have never offended anybody, you have not trampled anybody, you have never played any wayo on anybody. So that is why you can able to stand for anybody's face and talk whatever thing you want to talk, because you know that everything you are making it legit. It's a legit thing you are doing. I mean, you have never.
You know what they say now? They say if you are the type we like to argue, if you are the type who say you like to talk, then you must make sure, right, that you are not the same person who finds solace or comfort in inequities. Inequities is like saying, I can't talk about all these horrible things, but I'm actually like a very, very horrible person myself, right? It doesn't work that way. Sure you get, or else, right? The bubble go bust one day. And the whole house will crashing. So if you want to come to equity, come with clean hands. Somebody like me too much, I no go like me anybody hold my block course on something and say, I know his secrets. Don't worry. If I release his secret, I go stop talking. I know him very well. You don't know him. I know him. I will release his secret now. About release him because to me, I don't get it.
So that,
well, go on.
Yeah, so you know, so that man, that is it Bayo or something coming to tell Nigeria that let me tell you, you see these people, like, for the fact we are black, no matter, you see these white people, no matter how bad they are, they want to make sure their country is good. No matter how bad they are, at least they know that that's their home.
Against their country that hurts their people intentionally the way we do it in that place.
Exactly. So what do you think that other continents look at us in a different way because of they see the road that is going on? Even those countries that is not even Africa, no matter how small resources they have, you see them, they are doing big in their own ways. And there are people who also say, this is my country, you know, they are being patriotic. Unlike these people, when they steal, but after stealing all these things, where's the money? Where's the development? They don't even look at people who steal.
Exactly.
Don't you know that sometimes when you
it's either they look they look overweight, or they look sort of sickly old. Yeah. Or you look them like they are suffering from one ailment or the other. They look sick. I don't know how other people see them, or I do not really see the majority of them, and I'm like, where's the money?
Yeah, exactly. So because the reason why I'm saying that, because sometimes when I see like rich people here, then look at our own people, man.
Rich, if you see rich people here, you go want to be rich and
there's
say,
no comparison.
I won't be rich, but that place.
Yes. So there's no comparison. So after stealing all these things, squander everything, then what do you think other people will be looking at you? I mean, they are looking for investors who will come and invest a place that criminals, 419, Yahoo, everything you can think of is in Nigeria.
You remember that drug story? That drug story that David Obidients did, right?
Yes.
Because of that I'm heroin bagman, Thiefnubu and his heroin deal in America and other. Do you know that Qatar Qatar Foundation that Thiefnubu went to. Qatar, the head of, I think the head of the Qatari government or so, it has a foundation. They gave David Udenyi a special award for that story. Qatar,
could you imagine?
No one that will be say Qatar, no one may income. They say they're not there around.
Yes. Yes.
So, which means Qatar knows Thiefnubu very well. They gave award. They gave recognition award to the journalist that covers the heroin trade deal in America. Yet, Kolu went to that Qatar, telling Nigerians that Qatar won't do business with them.
Nobody can do business with him. Even the Agboro part, even the Agboro in Nigeria cannot do any business with Tinubu. I mean the legit Agboro, not the political Agboro. I mean Agboro that wake up and
the one on the street.
Taking truck, go for market. Those Agboro stuff they don't even trust him.
No.
You know. So how much more a country that's well developed, a country that does business with other high end country, then we want to do they will not. They
can't say
they will not because
the one we follow them from Kaduna. You know that one we did Kaduna. Erufaya says to G, right? That one can say that one also followed him to Qatar and the Zulum of Borono. You see that one we come from can say Qatar company wants to come and invest in hydrogen plant in Kaduna.
Complete lumber. Nobody is coming there. Nobody is coming there. No, nobody is coming. I mean, they have to sort themselves out. You know, either those money they have stolen, they should use it to reinvest in that country, or the country they will just leave it, let the thing scatter, and it's gonna scatter. You know, our own prayer is it must scatter.
It will,
whether they like it or not.
Yes, so
yeah, it must scatter.
They are working.
It must scatter.
So remember our popular saying: Nigeria will not because you are
whether they like it or not,
or because all these people don't want it to break up. Nigeria will break up because these criminals in charge, they are doing the best job, leading us towards that stage. Whether you like it, whether I don't like it, it doesn't really matter. They will lead us to that breakup. So it's up to them now. Not me and you.
Yes. No. I mean, everybody see the hand of how everything is going. So nobody can argue. Nobody can argue whether if you argue, it's your own problem. If you don't argue, it's your own problem. But because of the mess they have put the nation, I mean, it's not something that everybody can just come out in, even in 100 years, because the mess is too much.
You get
you know.
And if they don't put a break on it, all of those who come here and say Nigeria will never break, they will watch Nigeria break violently. We are praying and advising and enlightening the people to support the idea that Nigeria can actually really break up, at least peacefully, if they allow the people, the occupant or the inhabitant of that contraption to at least have a conversation if they want to live together or they don't want to live together. Those who make peaceful resolution or peaceful breakup impossible, they will make violent breakup inevitable.
For sure. Yeah, for sure. Because, you know, a place that you don't have any plan for the children, even the ones that is coming, there's no plan for them. There's nothing to show that, man, if I finish school, I have somewhere I'll be working. Even if I don't go to school, I have something I'll be doing. So what do you think? I mean, whatever thing it's garbage in, garbage out. Whatever thing you put in is what you get. If you put in your best will come out. If you put in the bad, then the bad will come out. So this one is not about Bible, you know. And all these their pastors, they keep lying to them. They don't preach to them. You know, look at what you have to do so that things will do this thing. But everybody just want that. All of them, they are freeloaders, you know, crumb chasers. You know, they are looking for where they are looking where they will just go and get it freely without putting in the work. You must work now. Bible says you must work before you eat now. No food for a lazy person now. Because if you don't work, there's no food for you. But you must work. You are praying without faith without works now is dead now. No matter how you pray, if you don't put on, if you don't put on this thing, that's my own preaching for now. We're there for platform, even for people where they listen to us. When you don't work, and if you don't have faith, it's not gonna work. But when you have faith and work, you're gonna see them. As you work, you're gonna show.
See, even Bible says, it will bless the work of your hand. That's what it said. That means you must have work to be blessed.
Yes.
Okay. It didn't say, I will bless you. No. That's not what he said. He said, I will bless the work of your hand, and you will multiply. From your own sweat you shall eat. Right? All of these are just to tell you that you need to work. And that's what they said. Work without, prayer without work is dead. Right?
Yes.
Thank you so much.
So, this preaching we don't give to them. Make them hear more. People wait there for platform. I beg, make una share and like. That's our national anthem. Share and like.
Thank
so
you.
They're gonna see them. You gonna show. We can't keep. We can't keep quiet. We must be hitting it every day. And this is not missile. We don't throw them for them.
Come back and give us the feedback afterward, right? Hyruk.
Yes.
It's such a nice thing to hear from you again. I will see you later tonight, hopefully.
No,
so
much, bye.
Thank you very much, sir. So that is Hyruk there. Hyruk, joining us from the US as well. Suddenly, I can notice that I've got a lot of people who are joining me on Twitter. You can hear me and see me on Twitter, Abi. Everybody has my time tonight, or this afternoon, rather. Thank you all if you're watching me on Twitter. It's been a long time I've actually had that kind of number of viewers. So it's incredible that some of you have my interest today. Like, brilliant. You can also call in. Doesn't really matter where you're watching from. You can call in from that same Twitter as well, okay? And be part of this. I am going to take another call. And I believe this is my brother, Chike. Chike, is that you?
It is me, Maiyegun General.
And the man. Baba, how are you today?
I'm very well, thank you. How are you, Maiyegun?
I am very well too. Thanks for asking. How's everyone, by the way? It's Canada.
We thank God, my brother. It's freezing. It's like -20 this morning. I had to go drop my son off, and I could not even walk. I had to kind of drive him, and it's -20. It's freezing. It's freezing. But we had a good winter here in Edmonton. Relatively, it was relatively good.
Really bad, right? Okay.
But,
well, the summer
it wasn't so bad.
The summer itself is rolling in gradually too. I don't know why.
It's coming in. It's coming in. It's coming in. First of all,
I get a hold of you this morning, and God knows if this is not even you trying to munch the breakfast and at the same time say something before you get out of that place, right? So what's up?
Yeah, absolutely. Quick one. I want to say, I want to tell you, make you continue to depress their neck, or they give them woto. These guys, they detest hearing from you, but you should not relent. Okay, and I know you will not. Maiyegun, can you hear me clearly?
Loud and clear, all of us.
Oh, okay, perfect. Maiyegun, the last time I spoke to you, I told you that the drum...
African Wildlife is asking you to read the comments. You live in the same city, Edmonton.
Yes.
You do. So you do know that, right?
I believe, I saw a few comments a while ago that he was in Edmonton too.
Oh, brilliant.
I will reach out to him. We should connect, because I know.
I would love to see it.
he is a big fan of the temple. It would be nice to get to meet him.
I know. Chike.
Yes. I'll be quick. So last time we spoke, I told you the drums of revolution were beaten. The drums of war were beaten. But the drums are now beating louder than ever before. And we're seeing it. The revolution has started in the north. You're seeing people going to loot trailers, and they feel like they're entitled. And you cannot blame them. This revolution, we know, is being caused by shortage of food all across the land, right? When you say people are hungry, my good, people are not hungry. People are starving. People are starving. There's a difference, you know, and before they starve to death, they're in survival mode. So them going to stop trailers, lorries, cars, and loot food. If you see, they're not, well, based on the pictures we're seeing, and I'm referring to those ones that are looting food.
Right.
They're only concerned about food.
Yes. They're not interested in anything else per se. If they suspect that your truck is conveying food, they will stop you. And initially, they will ask you to give them some. Or if you insist that you are not stopping, then they will rob you. Like they will ransack the entire thing.
They will rob you and they will ransack the entire thing. And you cannot blame them.
They won't touch your car, they won't touch your van, anything. No. They will take everything they can take from there.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And you cannot blame those people. Those people have kids, they have children that are on the verge of death. Meanwhile, the corrupt smugglers are smuggling food out, you know? And then, you know, they call them criminals.
Yeah, they call them hooligans or hoodlums. That's what they call them. They are media in Nigeria.
Yeah, that's it, exactly. The big media, the channels, and all those other AITs call them criminals. But you know what? They're not criminals. I'll tell you what is criminal.
Tell us.
The government's refusal to do its work is criminal.
That's right.
Paying people 30,000 naira minimum wage is criminal.
That's criminal.
Now, when we hear 30,000 naira, you know, I mean, we know it's not a lot. Majority of the people that listen to you are in diaspora.
Yes.
For me, 30,000 naira is about 20 Canadian dollars in a month.
That's right.
Maiyegun, 20 Canadian dollars is what I can use to buy burger.
That can't even fill your car tank for a week. I don't think so.
It can't. It can't fill my tank it can't even fill my tank.
I don't think 1 week, like if you work like Monday to Friday, I don't think $20 can last you 3 days. To and fro. Depends.
It will not.
If you have to
but it will not. But it will not. By the time I do all my drive around here and there, pick the kids up, all that, my gas is done. My gas is done. You know, that's what some people have to survive on for the month. And it's not as if things are cheaper back in Nigeria. They don't thank you.
They still hold them.
They don't even pay them. That is criminal. That is what is criminal.
That is criminal.
Exactly. Driving cars worth 160 million naira in the midst of abject poverty is criminal.
It's criminal. Agreed.
Going on excursion with our resources, with a fleet of people, with an entourage, with Thiefnubu and his sons, is criminal. Just going to the museum.
I agree.
You know, so we need to spare these people because these people are in survival mode.
Kind of further, you know, solidified your point, right? Remember when Wike said he was going to build a vice presidential house for Shitty Man?
Yeah.
Just last December. Do you know that despite all that noise, all of that stuff, right? Wike has spent nearly 10 billion so far building that house. You want me to show you quickly before you continue, Chike? Take a look at what Wike is building. I think I actually got it wrong.
Wiring under the ground. We already procured all our materials. Aluminium, wooden doors, cabling, HVAC. We also brought 2 generators for this side, which we have already installed also there. The tiling is ongoing. As you can see, the tiling for the water staffs. Also swimming pool, we start preparation also by the back.
Bakamo. I'm up now.
Three or four places. I want to know your impression of what you have seen on ground, especially the quality of work.
Well, I have to comment the various contractors, the Arab contractors, and the jealous beggar. The first site we went is.
Chike, my brother, sir.
Yes.
You're there, right?
Maiyegun General.
Now, you see
I'm
that
still
10
here.
billion naira that they have spent so far, yeah? They were paid
Yes.
to the Arab and Julius Baja contractors. Both of them are not from Nigeria. They are building high-profile security property for the vice president of Nigeria, but it's being built by the Arabs and the Germans.
Can you
For
imagine?
over 15 billion naira. In a country, that is criminal. Shike.
It is criminal.
That is
And you know what?
Mm-hmm.
Let them continue to do it. You know why? Because they're shooting themselves in the foot. Listen, let's go back to the 18th century, and I hate to take us back.
Oh man,
right?
I love going back. If I'm going back to learn from something, not to be imprisoned by my history. Go on, let's go for it. Yes.
The French Revolution in the 18th century was primarily due to food shortages and rising food prices, right?
In particular.
And the inability, yes, and and you know the French love their baguettes, right? The inability of Louis XVI to address it is what led to the French Revolution. And look at France today. So let this criminality continue. Listen, Nigeria is a failed state. Just take a picture of Nigeria. Peter Obi made a great error the other day when he said Nigeria was a peaceful country, when Ukraine gave us grains. Nigeria is at war, whether we like it or not. The war with Boko Haram has not ended. There's massive inflation. Trucks are being looted. Economic war. Trucks are being looted. People are being kidnapped. We can't account for our resources. Elections are rigged. In the midst of that, senators and politicians are having
that has become more trashy than the tissue paper as well, and there is no remedy in sight. That even makes it more scary. You know,
no remedy in sight. Now imagine a country. If you saw let's assume Nigeria was not your country, and you saw a country like that in the news, what would you think? You say this country is finished.
I will probably feel more sorry for the occupant, the people from there. Seriously, like, how did people live in here?
We are worse than Afghanistan. We have to tell ourselves
understand that word, because Afghanistan is a war-torn country on its own, right? Let's say Nigeria is not, but the people that are dying in Nigeria a day, even in Ukraine, that is fighting war, even in Gaza, Israel, people that are being killed in Nigeria a day,
Yes.
You can't compare that of Gaza with it. But yet, everybody knows about Gaza.
You can't.
Nobody knows about how many people die in Nigeria daily.
Nobody. And even if we know, we are so immune. What can we do? And we are so immune to that number that for us it's like normal. Listen, in some countries, if 10 people die in a day, it's major news. But here you hear, 100 people died. We just go about our normal day. You know, it is unfortunate. So let them continue. This criminality is having a ripple effect. It's having a ripple effect. The unfortunate thing, for example, now, Thiefnubu with his history of corruption, is impacting the development of the country, whether we like it or not.
Yes.
He can travel to Mars to go and look for funds. The world, people know that he did not win that election and that he's an illegitimate president. He will never get what he's looking for.
No.
Right? So the only solution, Maiyegun, I believe, is we have to come together as a country and decide what the next steps have to be.
Yes.
We have to all sit down on the table and say, what?
Or if we don't want to, we must have that conversation. That's what they don't want to have. We must have that conversation. And like I said, those who make peaceful breakup impossible, they will make violent breakup inevitable. So we will continue to scream it.
We will continue to scream it. Maiyegun,
bless you, Chike. It's really lovely.
Thank you very much.
I know. Thank you.
Same here.
Thank you.
Nice one.
Bye-bye.
Thank you. Enjoy the rest of your day.
I will. And you too. You take it easy, sir. That is a Chike from Canada. Chike is a veteran here too. Amazing guy. And now that I'm beginning to sort of turn on the camera in the morning, so it seems that some of you who are usually occupied, during the rest of the day, can have a chance of speaking your own mind before you go to work. Then, we will meet again later this evening, by the way. That is going to be when we have our full detailed, when I'm going to bring out the clips, all the stories, all of them, like normal. Okay? So you should possibly join us as well when that time, when it is that time. Okay, it's 8 p.m. Peter Obi was named the politician of the year. He used the platform to, to lash at Thiefnubu and his illegitimate regime. So I have that clip. I'm going to share that with us later this evening, and among others too. So at that place where the leadership newspapers, politician of the year or man of the year or whatever they are doing, so they gave Peter Obi politician of the year. Meanwhile, the guy representing Thiefnubu there, which happened to be the governor of Niger, I'm not sure if he represented Thiefnubu or not, okay? But what happened was that they said at that gathering, right? So Peter Obi and Dati, they decided to give, they gave a keke napep rider who saw money, or money was forgotten in his cart. So he returned the money. And he got a scholarship from Peter Obi and Dati to university and all of that stuff. And after Obi lashed at the failure of Thiefnubu's illegitimate regime to enhance the agricultural opportunities, especially in northern Nigeria, in order to sort of like save Nigeria from this hunger pang, and don't feel comfortable that a war-torn country like Ukraine is giving Nigeria food. So the Minister of Communication and Information stood up and said, there's nothing wrong in us collecting grains from Ukraine. At least Egypt also collected grain from Ukraine. Yeah, Ukraine also gave to. Anyway, the guy, Bago guy, stood up and said, well, Mr. Obi is right too. Even though a lot of us are not with you, however, we do listen. You are right. Niger State should be a place that is big enough to feed the entire country. But because of the failure of the guys in charge, that's why we are. That's why you are where you are today. So I have a caller, and they've been on that line now for about 5 minutes. Let them speak. Hello.
Hello, Chief Maiyegun.
Yes, sir. How are you,
Baba? I'm good.
Grant.
Kemi Ologun. Omonko.
Dada ni àlàáfíà ni ẹ̀yin kọ́.
Dada ni o.
Great.
Bá mi òkè múru sí ọláyán márùkè ni o.
Àṣẹ o, bàbá. Àṣẹ o.
Yeah, bàbá. Ọ̀rọ̀ tèmi ò pọ̀ jù. Gbogbo àwọn pásítọ̀ wa àtàwọn ìmáàmù wa, gbogbo wọn la máa lóko pa. A máa kọ́kọ́ bẹ̀rẹ̀ látòrí wọn. Àwọn la máa kọ́kọ́ lù lóko pa. Gbogbo 7 days prayer wa, oko la máa fi ṣe. night vigil wa oko la máa fi ṣe gbogbo àsàlátù tó ń lọ oko la máa fi ṣe gbogbo ẹnikẹ́ni tó yóò bá ti ṣe tiwa oko la máa fi wọ́n gbàdúrà sẹ́yìn ìgbà ni kò ṣojú gbá ló ń gbàdúrà. Àwọn bàbá wa ò sọ Nàìjíríà lórúkọ. That's why gbàdúrà Nàìjíríà ò ṣe lè gbà. Oníkálukú ló mọ ibi tó ti wá. Àwọn bíà wọ́n sọra wọn lórúkọ. Àwọn Yorùbá náà dìde wọ́n ní Yorùbá lára wọn. Àwọn Haúsá náà dìde wọ́n láwọn ọmọ Aráfá àti Wáráfá ló pera wọn.
Àwọn ti Middle Belt ti tiẹ̀ ni àwọn Kwararáfá.
Àwọn Kwararáfá wọ́n dìde sọ téèyàn bá sọmọ lórúkọ tó bá ṣàdúrà fọ́mọ yẹn àdúrà àgbà. Ẹni ẹlẹ́ni ló sọ wá lórúkọ orúkọ tá a mọ̀ díẹ̀ ẹ̀dẹ̀ fẹ́ jẹ́ kádùá àgbà. Àgbà pásọ̀ kan wá jáde ó láwọn gbẹ̀ṣẹ̀ àwọn ṣẹ̀. Bàbá ẹ̀yin lẹ́ṣẹ̀ àwa kọ́ la ṣẹ̀.
Mi ò ṣẹ̀ o, mi ò pẹ̀lẹ́ lẹ́ṣẹ̀.
Èmi ò ṣẹ̀ o, ẹ̀yin lẹ lẹ́ṣẹ̀, ẹ̀yin lẹ mọ bí tẹ́ ti jẹ́.
Ẹ̀yin lẹ dẹ́ṣẹ̀ yín o, mi ò bá yín dẹ́ṣẹ̀ o.
Èmi kọ́ ni àwa ò ṣẹ̀.
Jẹ́nu ìyà ẹ̀ṣẹ̀ yín o.
Jẹ́ ara ìṣẹ̀tẹ́ yìí pé tẹ́ ń bò mọ́lẹ̀ òun làwa ń jẹ́ nú ẹ̀ yìí. Ẹ̀yin lẹ mọ ṣẹ̀. Wọ́n dẹ̀ ti wá sọ Mẹ́kà àti Jerusalem wọ́n ti sọ di traditional kìíní every ọdọọdún wọ́n máa wá kó owó wọ́n máa kó lọ ti Saudi. Mo dẹ̀ béèrè lọ́wọ́ àfáà kan pé àfáà ẹ wá kí ni Saudi Arabia gangan iléeṣẹ́ wo ló dálẹ̀ nílùú wa gangan iléeṣẹ́ wo. Ọdọọdún làwa máa ń kó owó lọ síbẹ̀ ò la máa ní à ń lọ sọ̀kù fáṣítà ni.
Àtàdúrà àti gbogbo ẹ̀ àfi sùúrù.
Jerusalem tó ń lọ lọ́dọọdún iléeṣẹ́ wo ni Israeli dá sílẹ̀ ní ilẹ̀ Yorùbá tiwa. Olórí burúkú kan láti Zimbabwe ara àwọn Muslim preacher yẹn ni ó ní wọ́n fẹ́ close television kan Muslim TV station kan ó ní kan náà àwọn brother wọn láti north ó lóun ló rescue TV station yẹn nínú owó títí wa tó kó jẹ.
Nínú owó Nàìjíríà tó jí.
Ìyẹn ò ṣe haramu àbí.
Stealing public money is not haram, baba. Ó ṣàràm. Àwọn ní rọ́ dèdè.
Ìyẹn ò ṣe haramu. Mo gbé o. A dẹ̀ sọ fún wọn mo ti béèrè lọ́wọ́ àfáà láìmọye ìgbà. Gbogbo ẹ̀yin àfáà ò níṣẹ́ o dẹ̀ fẹ́ yàwó mẹ́ta sílé. Ẹ̀dẹ̀ lẹ́ẹ̀fẹ́ ju ànábì. Àfáà ṣe lè fi ọmọ ọdún mẹ́wàá yín ṣe lè fi tọrọ ṣe lè fi ṣègbéyàwó. Àfáà yìí ń padà ní o. Ìkọ̀sẹ̀ lánàbì ànábì tẹ̀ ń tẹ̀lé ó dẹ̀ fẹ́ ọmọ ọdún mẹ́wàá àbí ọmọ ọdún mélòó lọ́pẹ́. Bọ̀ ìwọ tó lóun tẹ̀ lánàbì ó lè fi ọmọ títí ọmọ ọdún mẹ́wàá. Ìwọ rẹ̀ ò níṣẹ́ ó dẹ̀ fẹ́ yàwó mẹ́ta.
Ọlọ́run á bọ̀ wọn.
Ọlọ́run á bọ̀ ara àwọn kọ́sọ́mà àwọn lọ́sẹ̀ máa ń wú ara àwọn kọ́sọ́mà tó jẹ́ pé ayé ń ṣe wọ́n. Ìyá tó wà ní fílẹ̀jì kan tó jẹ́ pé depression ti mú òun ni wọ́n sọ pé ayé ń ṣe. Báà mi a máa kọ́kọ́ bẹ̀rẹ̀ látọ̀dọ̀ àwọn pásítọ̀ àtàwọn ìmáàmù.
Àwọn kọ́kọ́ bẹ̀rẹ̀ òkò yẹn pẹ̀lú àbí.
Àwọn ni àwọn politician kọ́ because àwọn làwọn náà rán sí wa. Because a bá máa lọ sí mosque àwọn politician yẹn la máa rí wájú.
Ẹ náà front row.
Àwọn la máa kọ́kọ́ rí wájú. Bàbá ti kọ́kọ́ bẹ̀rẹ̀ látọ̀dọ̀ àwọn pásítọ̀ yẹn àtàdà àwọn ìmáàmù. Bàbá gbogbo church yẹn àti mosque yẹn gbogbo ẹ̀ la máa sọ di factory. Gbogbo ẹ̀.
Ó ṣe yẹ kó rí as usual ní Rwanda every day until church everything pambe we don't want all this so please no we don't want that.
No.
And they are making their own progress in their own way.
Bàbá bó ṣe bó ṣe jẹ́ kó rí nìyẹn gbogbo ẹ̀ la máa sọ di factory gbogbo mosque yẹn gbogbo church yẹn la máa sọ di factory kò sí nǹkan tó máa ṣẹlẹ̀ pẹ̀lú yẹn.
Kò sí nǹkan tó máa ṣẹlẹ̀
náà. State policy. Wọ́n ti gba gbogbo factory. ibi tó jẹ́ kó ti ṣiṣẹ́ làwọn èèyàn wá ló ti wá ń lọ gbàdúrà ó dẹ̀ ló ń wáṣẹ́. Àwọn ọmọ that's why tí mo fi ní àwọn la máa kọ́kọ́ jù ló kò pa. I arrest my case for now.
You have made a very good submission. Ẹ jẹ́ lọ interpret fáwọn èèyàn wa tí wọ́n ti ń bínú sí yín pé ẹ kò gbàgbé àwọn ṣá.
Kọ́ má bínú o. Àwa ara wa la wà lórí gbálọ́sàn yìí ni. Okay, Baba.
Kenny, nice day, right? Thank you so much.
All right, Baba.
You have a good one, Baba. No, nothing to you. So, my caller simply just came to remind all of us that, listen, when we start stoning these criminals, we are going to start with the pastors, then the imams, the from the mosque to the churches, because these are the people they use in caging our people. Okay, so if we want to start the revolution of stoning them, we will start with the pastors, we'll start with the imams, the churches, the mosques, because these are the people that always give the front row to all these criminals in their churches and in their mosques. My caller was like, we know the road they have used in, we know what they have used religion in achieving, in caging and holding our people down. But when this revolution kicks in, right, we will start from the from the least to the top like that. So, and our people will be freed. Not only that, he said he had an encounter with one Afa like that, Islamic cleric. And because you know that Muhammad married, is it called Khadija or Adija? No, not Khadija. Can't remember that his wife's name, who happened to be just about 9 years old. Okay, when he married her, according to the Islamic law and all that. So he said he was asking this Afa that you are married to you married 3 wives. You don't really have you don't have a job. Your wives have children. Now, would you be happy to take to give your 10-year-old daughter and a marriage to an old man? Because at least you are a Muslim and all that. And he was like, no, never, and like that. So what he's practically saying is that for those who have used religion to hold our people down, for our people to be spending so much money going on different religious pilgrimage or something to Mecca, Saudi Arabia, or to Jerusalem in Israel, he was kind of being probing. He said, all the money and the billions that you give to them every year to come and stone Shaitan in their country in Saudi Arabia, could you please mention any major investment of Saudi Arabia or business in Nigeria? That is Saudi's business in Nigeria. Could you point to any major big investment of Israel in Nigeria? So he is somebody who is practically saying, as Yorubas, reversing all of this, reversing all of this in our land, we start from going after the real sources that has kept our people under the bondage, making it easier for the criminal politicians to continue to manipulate them. I kind of flow with him. But like I said, you are free to call in and speak your mind as well. You are free to call in and then share your own view as well. And you're also free to call in and disagree with those who have called in. When you disagree with somebody, somebody will call in and disagree with you too. When you say something, somebody else will call in and say, I agree with you. That is the interesting part of this segment on Maiyegun's Diary Political. So presently I'm thinking, that, we should call it evening. Sure you get. And wait till, later in the evening, okay? During our program in the night, where we can have more chat about it. So I'm thinking that, because if I should take any more calls now, that's going to be me spending like another hour. So I'm going to put a hold to it, okay? You should join me later this evening. It's just about 3 hours away, okay? I will be back. So thank you so much for this time, and those of you who have been part of it this afternoon, right? If you joined us midway, okay, you should probably rewind this and watch it from all over again if you joined us midway. However, if you have been with me throughout the afternoon, in the last 2 hours, thank you. Take a moment, like the video before you leave, okay? Go get yourselves ready, because in the next 3 hours, Maiyegun will be live again. And this time around, it will be our prime show.
more detailed, more deeper, and more topics. Also with phone calls too. I will see you later. Thank you very much and goodbye.
Maiyegun làwa mọ̀ làmọ̀ tó dòdòdò.
Maiyegun Diary láyé bí nọ́mbà wá.
Maiyegun làwa mọ̀ làmọ̀ tó dòdòdò.
Maiyegun Diary láyé bí nọ́mbà wá.
Maiyegun ti dé o ọ̀rẹ́ ara ìlú.
Maiyegun Diary láyé bí nọ́mbà wá.
Lórí Facebook, lórí YouTube.
Maiyegun Diary láyé bí nọ́mbà wá.
Gbogbo bó ṣe ń lọ ni Maiyegun já wa sí.
Maiyegun Diary láyé bí nọ́mbà wá.
Àṣírí ọ̀jẹ̀lú kì í bò níbẹ̀ o.
Maiyegun Diary láyé bí nọ́mbà wá.
Bó bá ṣe eré àní Maiyegun máa wí.
Maiyegun Diary láyé bí nọ́mbà wá.
Ó sì tún ṣe eré wàá gbọ́ níbẹ̀ o.
Maiyegun Diary láyé bí nọ́mbà wá.
Maiyegun Diary, Diary political.
Maiyegun Diary láyé bí nọ́mbà wá.
Godfatherism kò sí lọ́rọ̀ Maiyegun.
Maiyegun Diary láyé bí nọ́mbà wá.
Ẹ farabalẹ̀ sẹ́ o kẹgọ́rọ̀ lẹ́nu o.
Maiyegun Diary láyé bí nọ́mbà wá.
Àní Maiyegun làwa mọ̀ tó dòdòdò.
Maiyegun Diary láyé bí nọ́mbà wá.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Maiyegun ti dé. Maiyegun ti dé.
Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Lórí Facebook.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Lórí YouTube.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Bọ́ bàbá gbé wúrẹ́.
Maiyegun máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Ijó ìgbádìyẹ.
Maiyegun máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Presido bá rúfin o.
Maiyegun máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Kí gómìnà kówó jẹ.
Maiyegun máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Ọlọ́pàá ti ń darí bá.
Maiyegun máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Aṣòfin ti ń rúfin o.
Maiyegun máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Òpùrọ́ olóṣèlú.
Maiyegun máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dèrò ní fi wọ́n níran o.
Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dèrò ní fi wọ́n níran.
Wọ́n fowó bẹ́ẹ̀ o, Maiyegun ó sọ pé wọ́n ò bẹ́ẹ̀. Wọ́n fowó bẹ́ẹ̀, Maiyegun ó sọ pé wọ́n ò bẹ́ẹ̀. Oníkan ṣáàtì ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, fáwọn ará ìlú tó gbé wọn débẹ̀ o.
Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran.
Kì máa yí ṣe eré, ọ̀rọ̀ yìí kì í ṣe ẹ̀fẹ̀. sílẹ̀ lẹ́bọ̀ lẹ́rù o ọmọ bá dèrò kàṣàyè tú wọn síta.
Maiyegun ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kí. Maiyegun ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kí. ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran.
tẹnitẹni ọmọ Maiyegun ọ̀rẹ́ ara ìlú mọ̀mọ́ ni mo fọlọ́run ṣọ́ ẹ̀ bá kìlẹ́bù lóòótọ́ olódodo ìlú ọ̀tá ìlú mọ̀mọ́ ni ìwọ ṣá máa ń ṣọ́ra kò sì mọ́ bẹ̀rù bọ́tà ń lè rí bóníṣègùn lé káwọn mọ̀mọ́ fi ṣera wọn ni ó ti dẹrùn tí wọn ò gbọ́dọ̀ sì mọ́ bẹ̀. èèpo ọ̀gọ̀lọ́mọ bá dérò tàjẹ́ ò gbọ́dọ̀ jẹ́ ó ti jọba lórí àbínú ẹni kò sì mọ́ fòyà àìsíwọ́lu ní ẹnìkẹ́ ìgbódì ẹyin lábàrá o ó kó ẹni tó bá dán o àkàmù. Maiyegun ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ túnra kì. Maiyegun ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ túnra kì o ẹni bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dèrò òní fi wọ́n níran o.
Maiyegun ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kí. Maiyegun ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kí. ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran.